Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC U0029 indicates a CAN gateway F-CAN path A bus off error in the 2017 to 2022 Honda CRV. This error occurs when the controller area network, CAN, gateway cannot communicate over the F-CAN channel, which is responsible for relaying critical data among multiple control modules, such as the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, Transmission Control Module, TCM, Vehicle Stability Assist, VSA, Modulator, and others. The CAN system allows different electronic control units, ECUs, to communicate with each other without much wiring. The CAN gateway is connected to several modules through a series of connectors. In terms of location, the CAN gateway is typically found near the fuse box or behind the dashboard. When this error occurs, the vehicle may exhibit symptoms, including lack of communication between modules, leading to performance issues or warning lights on the dashboard. This error code specifically concerns the CAN gateway, a critical component responsible for managing communication within the vehicle. Its primary role is to ensure that messages are transmitted seamlessly between different control modules, such as the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, and Transmission Control Module, TCM. It acts as a central hub, receiving and forwarding data between various systems, thus allowing for optimized vehicle operations and diagnostics. The CAN gateway is usually located near the fuse box behind the dashboard and connects to several other modules through multi-pin connectors. Without proper function, the gateway can lead to a bus-off state, indicating it is unable to communicate effectively, thus impacting vehicle performance and diagnostic capabilities. When diagnosing DTC U0029-00, it's essential to explore several potential causes. One common issue is a shorted wire in the F-CAN communication line, which disrupts data flow between control modules. Failed modules themselves, such as the PCM or TCM, can also trigger this code. If they cannot process or relay information correctly, the CAN gateway will lose bus communications. Bad connections or corrosion at the connectors can lead to intermittent failures that affect the electrical signals being transmitted across the network. Moreover, faulty connectors can produce a loss of communication, either by becoming loose or damaged. Lastly, various intermittent electrical issues can crop up, which require careful diagnostics to identify and rectify, ensuring overall functionality of the CAN system. When experiencing DTC U0029-00, drivers may notice several prominent symptoms. The immediate warning lights on the dashboard may illuminate, signaling to the driver that there's an underlying issue within the vehicle's communication system. Loss of communication between control modules is another significant symptom, which could manifest as erratic behavior from systems like the transmission or engine management. This error may cause performance issues, such as reduced power delivery or improper shifting of gears. Furthermore, this DTC can lead to multiple diagnostic trouble codes being logged, complicating the vehicle's overall diagnostics. Lastly, if the Vehicle Stability Assist (VSA) system is affected, it could lead to decreased vehicle stability, making it imperative to address the problem quickly. For troubleshooting DTC U0029-00, the first step is to verify the vehicle's condition. Start by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on mode, ensuring all electrical systems are powered. Next, you'll need to clear the diagnostic trouble code using the Honda Diagnostic System HDS, a specialized tool that allows technicians to communicate with the vehicle's onboard computer. After clearing the code, turn the ignition to off-lock mode and wait for approximately 6 seconds to allow the system to reset. Then, turn the vehicle back to the on mode and check once again for any DTCs using the HDS. If DTC U0029-00 reappears, this indicates a persistent issue that requires further investigation. If it does not appear, the problem may be intermittent or resolved, but further analysis may still be necessary. The next step in troubleshooting involves checking for a shorted unit, specifically the Powertrain Control Module, PCM. Begin by switching the vehicle to the off-lock mode. With the HDS, initiate a function called SCS short, which allows you to isolate the PCM for testing. It's essential to wait more than 1 minute while in this mode to ensure the PCM can enter a proper diagnostic state. Following this, you'll disconnect PCM connector A, which is a 50-pin connector that directly links the PCM to the vehicle's electrical systems. After disconnecting the PCM, exit the SCS mode using the HDS and turn the vehicle back to the on mode. Clear the DTC once more and again check for any DTCs after a brief wait. If DTC U0029-00 appears again, this indicates a potential fault in the PCM that requires repair or replacement. Proceeding to step 3 involves conducting a similar shorted unit check, but this time for the Transmission Control Module, TCM. As in previous steps, make sure the vehicle is turned to the off-lock mode. Jump the SCS line with the HDS and wait more than a minute to allow for proper module diagnostics. Disconnect the TCM 50P connector to isolate it from the circuit. Again, turn the ignition to on and proceed to clear any DTCs present. After clearing, turn the vehicle back to off and then switch to on while waiting a brief 6 seconds. Check for any DTCs once more using the HDS. If DTC U0029-00 appears, this can signify a fault within the TCM that might necessitate repair or the installation of a known good unit. In this step, we will check the Vehicle Stability Assist (VSA) modulator control unit for any faults. Start by turning the vehicle to the off-lock mode, enabling safe access to the VSA modulator. Disconnect the appropriate 46P connector from the VSA modulator. Turn the vehicle back to the on mode and clear the DTC with the HDS system, ensuring that the system can reset correctly. After performing this action, again, switch the vehicle off and then on. Wait for around 6 seconds before checking for any DTCs. If DTC U0029-0 is still present, this indicates that the VSA modulator control unit may be defective and might require replacement. Regular monitoring is critical to ensure vehicle stability and safety. Next, we will execute a shorted unit check for the electric brake booster. First, ensure the vehicle is in the off-lock mode, but keep the driver's door open for safety and to facilitate electrical testing. Disconnect the electric brake booster 26P connector. Once disconnected, turn the vehicle to on and proceed to clear any DTCs using the HDS icon. After clearing the codes, turn the vehicle off and wait for a moment before returning to the on position. This waiting period is crucial for the system to stabilize before you check for any reoccurrence of DTC U0029-0. If the code returns, it could signal a problem with the electric brake booster, necessitating replacement to restore normal braking and communication functions. Moving on to the next step, we will check the body control module for malfunctions. As per standard procedure, turn the vehicle to the off-lock mode and proceed to disconnect the body control module B, which is a 36-pin connector. After disconnection, switch the vehicle on and clear any existing DTCs using the HDS. This allows checking for present faults post-module isolation. Once completed, turn the vehicle off, wait briefly, and then switch it back to on mode. Check for DTCs again after a reset. If DTC U0029-00 is still indicated, it may indicate a fault in the body control module, requiring substitution with a known good module to ascertain resolution of the issue. The seventh step is focusing on the gauge control module. Start by putting the vehicle in the off-lock mode to ensure safety. Disconnect the gauge control module connector A, which is a 32-pin connector pivotal for its operations. With the module disconnected, turn the ignition to on mode and clear any logged DTCs through the HDS system. After clearing the codes, switch back to off mode and then powers it up again after a brief pause. Once back in the on mode, check for any present DTCs. If DTC U0029-00 still appears, this suggests a possible defect in the gauge control module, which may require replacement with a known good unit. It is also essential to document these changes for future reference and diagnostics. Step 8 involves checking the wiring, particularly the FCAN AH line. First, ensure the vehicle is in the off-lock position and disconnect the CAN gateway 12P or 16P connector. The critical measurement here is the resistance between two test points, while ensuring the vehicle remains off during testing. Specifically, check the resistance between the CAN gateway connector female terminals number 3 FCAN AH and ground. You should expect to see a resistance of 1 megaohm or more for proper function. If the resistance falls below this threshold, it indicates a short circuit in the FCAN AH wire between the CAN gateway and the associated control units, necessitating repair of the wiring or connectors to ensure optimal communication. In Step 9, we will now check the FCAN A line and its integrity. With the vehicle turned off, you'll measure resistance between designated test points, specifically between the FCAN A line terminal and body ground. Ensure that the vehicle is in the same off-lock mode as before. A similar expectation of 1 megaohm or more resistance holds true for this wire as well. Should this resistance fall below 1 megaohm, it necessitates repairs for any short circuits found in the FCAN A-line wire. Just like in the previous testing step, regular continuity checks ensure that each wire is intact without breaks, enhancing the overall reliability of CAN communication, critical for smooth vehicle operations. The final step in our troubleshooting of DTC U0029-00 involves examining the FCAN AH and AL lines jointly. As before, ensure that the vehicle is in the off-lock mode when proceeding to measure the resistance between the two terminals, AH and AL. The same standard of 1 milliohm or higher is anticipated for a functional setup. If the reading is below 1 milliohm, repairs are necessary to correct the wiring between these lines. Additionally, consult any authorized service information for further guidance related to DTCs or symptoms encountered. If repairs are unsuccessful, testing with a known good real-time CAN gateway may be required to re-establish proper communication across the vehicle's systems. After conducting repairs for DTC U0029-00, it's crucial to perform a thorough final verification. Start by rechecking the vehicle for any DTCs, ensuring that the previous codes have been cleared and do not reappear. Next, verify the functionality of all modules previously checked to confirm that communication has been restored. A practical road test is an essential part of ensuring that everything operates smoothly under real conditions, allowing you to assess for performance improvements. During and after the test, watch for any warning lights on the dash, which may indicate residual issues. Ensuring that all communication between control modules is fully restored is the final tick mark needed to confirm the successful resolution of the issue. To prevent future occurrences of DTC U0029-00, regular preventive maintenance is imperative. Start with routine inspections of all electrical connectors, especially those linking to the CAN gateway and other control modules, as corrosion or wear can lead to communication failures. Continuously monitor the vehicle's electrical systems for irregularities, including checking for frayed or damaged wiring. It's advisable to conduct system diagnostics regularly to detect any emerging issues before they escalate into more significant problems. Additionally, keeping a thorough documentation of all maintenance activities can help track patterns over time, giving insight into potential underlying issues that may need addressing. In conclusion, DTC U0029-00 signals a critical issue related to the CAN gateway in the Honda CRV, pivotal for the communication between various control modules. A systematic, step-by-step troubleshooting approach facilitates thorough identification and rectification of the underlying issues causing the error. It is also essential to be vigilant for related symptoms to ensure overall vehicle health. Engaging in preventive maintenance and regular inspections of electrical components enhances reliability, thus minimizing potential failures in the future. Ultimately, these measures ensure the vehicle's safety and optimal performance, keeping both driver and passengers secure on the road. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.